Once upon a time, in a faraway land filled with sparkling rivers and rolling hills, there was a small village named Eldegrove. This village was known for its colorful flowers, cheerful inhabitants, and, most importantly, a mysterious glowing crystal door that stood at the edge of the Whispering Woods. The door was unlike anything anyone had ever seen, shimmering in every color of the rainbow and emanating a soft, inviting light. Despite its allure, the villagers were warned never to approach it, as tales of enchanted realms and tiny windmill keys had been woven into the fabric of their folklore. In this village lived a curious girl named Lila. Lila had wild, curly hair that bounced as she ran, and big, bright eyes that sparkled with wonder. She loved adventures and exploring the woods surrounding her home, always dreaming of discovering something magical. One crisp autumn day, while gathering acorns and leaves, she heard a fluttering sound overhead. Looking up, she spotted a small, flying bat with shimmering silver wings. It zipped down, hovering just above her head. "Hello there, little bat. What brings you to Eldergrove?" Lila called, her voice full of excitement. The bat landed softly on a nearby branch, revealing itself to be no ordinary creature. "Greetings, Lila. I am Nox, the guardian of the glowing crystal door. I've watched over you for a while now," he said, his voice melodic and friendly. "Guardian? Of the door?" Lila's eyes widened in surprise. "But everyone says it's dangerous. What's behind it?" Nox tilted his head, his wings folding delicately at his sides. "Ah, that is a mystery. But I believe you are the one destined to uncover it. The door can only be opened with a special key, a tiny windmill key that is hidden within the Whispering Woods." Lila's heart raced with excitement. "A key? Where can I find it?" Nox pointed his wing toward the heart of the woods. "You must venture deeper into the forest, where the tiny snowstorms dance and the ancient trees whisper secrets. The key lies within a grove of magical snowflakes." Determined, Lila set off toward the Whispering Woods, her imagination buzzing with thoughts of adventure. The moment she stepped beneath the arching trees, the air grew cooler, and she could hear the gentle whispers of the leaves, as if they were sharing stories with one another. As she wandered deeper, the sunlight flickered through the branches, creating a mosaic of light and shadow on the ground. Lila was captivated by the beauty of the woods, but she stayed focused on her mission. Suddenly, she stumbled upon a small clearing, and to her astonishment, she found herself surrounded by swirling snowflakes that sparkled like diamonds in the sunlight. "Wow!" Lila exclaimed, reaching out to catch a few of the tiny, delicate flakes. They shimmered in her hands before melting away like dreams. Amid the magical snowflakes, Lila spotted a small windmill turning slowly in the breeze. It was no larger than her palm and made of the finest, glimmering wood, its blades catching the light. She rushed forward, her heart pounding with excitement. "This must be it," she shouted, picking up the tiny windmill key. As she held it up to the light, it began to glow with a soft, warm light, matching the radiance of the glowing crystal door. Just then, Lila heard a voice behind her. "What do you have there?" It was a friendly knight, clad in shimmering armor that gleamed even in the dim light of the woods. His name was Sir Cedric, and he was known throughout the land for his bravery and kind heart. "I found the key to the glowing crystal door," Lila exclaimed, holding it up for him to see. "I'm going to unlock the door and discover what's behind it." Sir Cedric's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "That is indeed a special key. I have heard stories of the door and its mysteries. May I accompany you on your quest? I'd love to see what lies beyond." Lila beamed at the knight. "Of course. Let's go together." With the tiny windmill key safely tucked into her pocket, Lila and Sir Cedric made their way back through the woods, their spirits high with anticipation. They chatted about their dreams and aspirations along the way. Lila shared her love for adventure, while Sir Cedric spoke of his desire to protect the village and its inhabitants. As they reached the edge of the woods, the glowing crystal door stood before them, more magnificent than ever. Its colors danced in the fading light of day, casting a rainbow of hues on the ground around it. Lila's heart raced as she approached the door, feeling its warm glow envelop her. "Here goes nothing," she said, taking a deep breath. She inserted the tiny windmill key into the lock, and with a gentle twist, the door began to swing open. A dazzling light poured out, illuminating the entire clearing. "Wow!" Sir Cedric gasped, shielding his eyes from the brightness. As the light dimmed, they stepped through the door and found themselves in a world unlike any they had ever seen. The air was filled with a sweet scent of blooming flowers, and the sky above was a vibrant shade of lavender. Everything sparkled as if dusted with glitter, and a soft breeze carried the sounds of laughter and music. In front of them lay a beautiful village made entirely of crystals and jewels, each house glimmering in the sunlight. The inhabitants, tiny creatures resembling fairies with colorful wings, flitted around joyfully, welcoming Lila and Sir Cedric with smiles and waves. "Welcome, travelers. We are the Crystal Folk," a tiny fairy named Zuri exclaimed, her wings shimmering like the finest diamonds. "We've been waiting for you. The glowing crystal door can only be opened by those with a pure heart, and the tiny windmill key signifies your bravery and kindness." Lila and Sir Cedric exchanged excited glances, their hearts swelling with pride. "Thank you. We're here to explore and learn more about this magical place," Lila said. Zuri led them through the village, showing them the wonders of the Crystal Folk's world. They visited a sparkling waterfall that flowed with liquid light, danced with the fairies beneath the shimmering trees, and marveled at the enchanting gardens where flowers glowed in every color imaginable. As the day turned to dusk, Lila and Sir Cedric sat with Zuri on a hill overlooking the village, watching the sunset paint the sky in brilliant shades of orange and pink. "There's something special happening tonight," Zuri said, her voice filled with excitement. "The Festival of Lights is about to begin." "What's that?" Lila asked, her eyes wide with curiosity. "It's a celebration of joy and unity among the Crystal Folk," Zuri explained. "We honor the magic of our world and the bonds we share. You must join us." As night fell, the village transformed into a spectacle of light. The fairies gathered in the center of the village, their wings glowing brilliantly as they danced and sang. Lila and Sir Cedric joined in, their laughter echoing through the night. They twirled and spun, their hearts full of joy as they celebrated with their new friends. As the festival reached its peak, Zuri approached Lila and Sir Cedric. "There is something else you should know," she said, her expression serious. "A tiny snowstorm has been threatening our village for some time now. It brings with it a chill that can freeze our magic if we do not find a way to stop it. What can we do to help?" Sir Cedric asked, his knightly instincts kicking, and Zuri's wings fluttered anxiously. "We must find the source of the snowstorm and discover its mystery. It lies beyond the Crystal Forest, where the ancient Ice Keeper resides. He holds the key to restoring balance and warmth to our land." Lila looked at Sir Cedric, determination in her eyes. "We can do it. We've come this far together. We can face this challenge." "Very well," Sir Cedric agreed, his voice steady. "Let's help the Crystal Folk and uncover the mystery of the snowstorm." With Zuri leading the way, Lila and Sir Cedric set off toward the Crystal Forest, a magical expanse filled with glimmering trees and sparkling streams. The air grew colder as they approached the heart of the forest, where a mist swirled around them, thickening until they could hardly see. "This must be where the Ice Keeper resides," Lila whispered, her breath visible in the chilly air. Just then, they stumbled upon a majestic ice palace, its walls made of shimmering ice crystals that reflected the moonlight. As they entered the palace, they were greeted by the Ice Keeper, a wise old being with a long, flowing beard made of frost. His eyes sparkled like icy stars as he regarded Lila and Sir Cedric. "Brave travelers, I see you have come seeking answers. The tiny snowstorm that haunts the Crystal Folk comes from a misunderstanding, a miscommunication between our worlds." "What do you mean?" Lila asked, her brow furrowed in concern. The Ice Keeper sighed, his breath creating tiny frost clouds. "Long ago, my kind and the Crystal Folk lived in harmony. But as time passed, we grew distant, and a rift formed between us. The snowstorm is a cry for help from those who feel forgotten. Sir Cedric stepped forward. What can we do to mend this rift and bring warmth back to both our worlds? The Ice Keepers smiled kindly. You must show the Crystal Folk and the Ice Keepers that they are not alone. Host a grand festival where both worlds come together to share their stories, songs, and laughter. Only then can the snowstorm be lifted. Lila felt a spark of excitement. We can do that. We'll invite everyone to celebrate together. With newfound purpose, Lila, Sir Cedric, and Zuri returned to the village, ready to share their plan. The Crystal Folk listened eagerly, and soon the air was filled with excitement and preparations for the grand festival that would unite the two worlds. Days turned into nights as the villagers worked tirelessly to create an unforgettable event. Colorful decorations adorned every corner, and the air buzzed with anticipation. When the day of the festival finally arrived, Lila and Sir Cedric stood at the entrance of the village, welcoming guests from both realms. As the sun dipped below the horizon, illuminating the sky in vibrant hues, the festival began. The fairies danced gracefully, while the Ice Keepers shared stories of their ancient wisdom. Lila and Sir Cedric led games, laughter echoing through the night as everyone joined in the celebration. As the evening wore on, Lila noticed something magical happening. The tiny snowstorm that had lingered over the village began to fade, replaced by warmth and light as the two worlds embraced. The air shimmered with joy, and for the first time in ages, the laughter of both the Crystal Folk and Ice Keepers filled the night. As the festival reached its peak, Lila stood with Sir Cedric and Zuri at the center of it all. This is what it means to be together, Lila said, her heart swelling with happiness. We're stronger united, and our differences make us unique. With a final burst of joy, the festival culminated in a magnificent display of lights, fireworks sparkling like stars across the sky. As they all danced together, Lila felt a sense of belonging and warmth that wrapped around her like a cozy blanket. When the celebrations finally drew to a close, the Ice Keeper approached Lila, his eyes sparkling with gratitude. You have brought us together once more, brave girl. The snowstorm has lifted, and balance has been restored. You are a true friend to both our worlds. Lila smiled brightly. I couldn't have done it without my friends, Sir Cedric and Zuri. Together, we can achieve anything. With hearts full of joy and laughter, Lila, Sir Cedric, and Zuri waved goodbye to their new friends, knowing they had made a lasting bond between the Crystal Folk and the Ice Keepers. As they returned through the glowing crystal door, the world around them shimmered, reflecting the magic of their adventure. Once back in Eldergrove, Lila and Sir Cedric stood before the door, knowing it would always be a gateway to another world, a world filled with magic, friendship, and endless adventures. What do you think we should explore next? Lila asked, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Whatever it is, I'm sure it will be an adventure worth having, Sir Cedric replied with a grin. And with that, Lila's heart danced with excitement for the many journeys still to come. As they made their way back to the village, the sun began to rise, casting a golden hue over Eldergrove. Lila knew that each day would be filled with new adventures, new friendships, and countless stories waiting to be told. And so, they began their walk back home, knowing that every adventure, every challenge, and every friendship was a part of the beautiful tapestry of life. The mystery of the tiny windmill key, the glowing crystal door, and the snowstorm had led them to a wonderful truth, that together, they could conquer any mystery and discover the magic hidden in the world around them.